guys, it's Marilyn here with Fourth Fitness, and I'm going to just do a quick video and answer a question that I get asked quite a bit, which is, why do you compete and how did you get started? I'll just give you a quick background on myself and about my fitness journey, I guess. So I've been working out since I was 16. I got my first gym membership then. I started working out in a superstore. There was a women's only gym upstairs, and they had one of those 20-minute circuits. So I had absolutely no clue what I was doing in the gym. I would go and do those 20-minute circuits, lots of cardio. That 20-minute circuit you'd just go from machine to machine and kind of just work out every muscle group, and it's supposed to take you 20 minutes. Anyways, so I started doing that, and it was absolutely great because, you know, it's a great way to get familiarized with the gym, and not only that, but kind of learn how to use the equipment and that kind of stuff. So at that point, I had no idea about nutrition. I mean, I was still living at home. I was kind of eating like home food and whatever. But then after the gym, I'd grab a quick burger on the way home. There was a Burger King in the parking lot. So, you know, perfect. Just grab a burger on the way home. But anyways, since then, I've learned a lot about nutrition, and I've definitely grown up and don't do those kind of things anymore. So I'll tell you how I got started on competing. A few years ago, a few years ago, my husband went overseas, and he's in the army, and he was gone overseas, and I had quite a bit of time on my hands. So what I decided to do was I went and I got a gym membership, and I was working out quite a bit. And I had no idea what I was doing in the gym because there's no 20-minute circuit at this gym. I was at Gold's Gym. So I just kind of go there and, like, you know, do some bicep curls, tons of cardio, a couple of squats, and get out of there. So I'd see all these girls doing these really cool exercises, which I had no idea how to do because I don't know the form, or I don't even know what they're doing, but look cool, and these girls look super fit. So I'm like, I want to be like that. So anyways, I kept trying, and the girls that I was hanging out with at that time, I kind of started talking to them about diet and nutrition and working out, and we'd all kind of share, like, you know, what we were doing at the gym and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was great. But then everybody kind of has their own opinions about what to do, but nobody really has any like solid information about like things that work or whatever. So I was getting a lot of mixed information, and I was doing my research online, which was great. But of course, there's so much information out there, and what are you supposed to believe, right? So what I decided to do was I went and I got a personal trainer. And at that point, I was not really financially ready to spend a whole bunch of money on training sessions. So I got a few, and this trainer was amazing. He gave me really good tips on form and how to do different exercises. So I did that, and when I was done with him, he set me up with a few workouts that I could do on my own, because at this point I was pretty decent with my form and I kind of knew how to get things done. So I started doing those, and in the beginning it would take me so long to get through those workouts, but you know what, I kept at it and I kept working at it, and eventually I got faster, and then I got stronger, and those workouts were easy for me. So I decided to move on. I started to make up my own workouts. I started going online, researching different things like what exercises was best for shoulders, or like not only best, but what I could do to build certain muscle groups. So I did that, and at this point my husband came back home from Afghanistan at that time, and so we started working out together, and it was great. And then a few months after he was home, we had kind of a get together, and somebody asked me why I was working out so much, if I was going to compete. And I go to open my mouth, and my husband thinks it's the funniest thing and says, "Oh no, she's not going to compete." Ha ha ha. Yeah, so funny, you know, why? And I'm sitting there like, why wouldn't I compete? Why can't I compete? Am I too lazy? Like, do I not look good enough? Why couldn't I do it? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you that I can do it. So anyways, we kind of decided a few days later, you know, we're gonna go watch shows, see what it's all about, because we really don't have any idea. Like, yeah, you see them on TV, but all you see is like those big guys, you know, just getting up there and doing their poses and whatever. But like, what leads up to it, like what really goes on during the show, I don't know. So we were gonna go watch the show, and in the meantime, before I bought tickets, I saw one of the girls that I worked with, and she competed. So I was telling her that I was going to watch the show, and she's like, well, why are you going to watch it? Why don't you just compete? And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not really ready. It's so close. the show that was coming up. I'm like, it's so close. I don't think I can make it. So she's like, oh no, just go talk to my coach and, you know, you should be good to go. So anyways, I talked to her coach and she did my body fat and my weight and all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, you only have 10 pounds to lose and you'll be stage ready. Let's do this. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I signed up with her. I got my workout plan, my nutrition, and I was all excited. This coach held my hand 100% all the way up to the show. She helped me with, like I said, diet, with my nutrition and my workout plans, but not only that, but suit selection, shoe selection, getting me registered for the show. And the question that everybody asks me, yes, I do tan. Yes, I get a competition tan. Competition tans are much different than a regular tan. It's kind of like a thick makeup, so I do have a lot of blemishes and scars, and I mean, I don't think you can really see it on this camera, but I do have things that I need to get covered up. I got stretch marks and anyways, all that fun stuff, right? So I got to get all that covered up. Yes, I do get a tan, and she helped me book all that stuff. And once I got to the show, there's an athletes meeting usually the night before. So we get to the athletes meeting, and I look around and I can't believe the girls that I'm going up against. And it's funny, at this time there was no, I don't know if there was not Instagram, if Instagram was not created yet, or if it just wasn't that big, or if I wasn't on it, or whatever. Anyways, there was nothing for me to really like creep on people and see who I was going up against, because if there was, I definitely would have, and I probably would have backed out of this competition. So maybe it was for the best, I'm not sure. But anyways, I get there and I'm looking at these girls and I'm like, wow, these girls are jacked. Like, these are bikini girls? How is this possible? So anyways, yeah, I do the show, I get last call outs, really sad day anyways. But I had a good time, definitely. Prepping was really good. I stuck to my diet 100%. I would weigh in twice a week. The weigh-ins, the Friday weigh-in, she would text me back or message me or get a hold of me and give me the amount of calories that I get for cheat meals. Usually the amount of calories would be like 2,500, 2,000, whatever, something like that. And I would go to a restaurant, get the nutritional information and pick out different things from there and have my cheat meal for my last meal of the day. And then I'd come home and go to bed. Anyways, so that was all good. I stuck to my diet 100%. I ate all my food. I was eating quite a bit. I only had 10 pounds to lose, right? So it wasn't that much, but if I could change something, definitely I wouldn't give myself more time to train for a show, definitely more than 10 weeks, because that 10 weeks is a cutting period. So you should have the muscle that you need before you start to cut. You're trying to gain muscle while you're leaning out is very hard. So then I decided to do the second show that I did within the same year. I did INBF, which is International Natural Bodybuilding Federation, which is 100% drug-free. It is tested. You do a polygraph and then you also do a urine test. I absolutely enjoyed that show. I wasn't last this time, which was such a good feeling, but I should have given myself more time in between. Yeah, definitely more time. Again, I was doing the whole cutting while I was trying to gain muscle kind of thing, right? So just to quickly explain, usually what you do is you spend a bit of time putting on some muscle, eating a good decent amount of food, and then closer to the show you start cutting down your calories and you start doing a little bit more work so that you're shedding your fat while maintaining your muscle. So anyways, I did not get that whole experience of bulking and cutting. So that was all good, and yeah, IBF was great. I didn't end up placing. I ended up placing 6th. I should say I didn't end up placing top 5. I ended up placing 6th place. That was great. So now I'm continuing to compete. I am on my, I'm in transition from bikini to figure or physique. I haven't really yet decided which way I'm going. I do definitely like the more muscular look. It's not for everybody. The difference between the bikini training and figure physique training, and even between physique and figure training, is the food and also the way you train. I can definitely notice a difference in my workout plan where I was training a lot of glutes and legs and not so much upper body, a little bit of abs when I was doing bikini, and now I'm doing a lot more upper body, chest. I was not doing chest at all when I was training bikini, so I'm training a lot of chest. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say a lot of chest, but compared to what I was doing before, I'm training chest. And definitely going a lot heavier. I feel myself pushing, maybe just it's a mental thing that I know that I gotta get big, so I'm pushing a lot harder. Yeah, definitely a lot more food. There's days where I'm just so full, but I know that I gotta get it down, right? Because I got a girl. So that's a huge difference. And I would definitely say if you're thinking about competing, give yourself that time. It is a great experience, especially if you're ready for it. I had a great support system when I started to do this. My husband, he wasn't one of those guys. I always hear about these people that like their husbands eat pizza or chips in front of them when they can't eat it. He was definitely not one of those people, so I was lucky in that sense. But just even to have somebody to tell you like, hey, don't eat that, or or even to ask you like, hey, do you really want to do that, or when those days when you're tired, like, hey, do you want to go to the gym, or that kind of stuff. But even if you don't have that, you can do that for yourself. Be prepared to physically and mentally push yourself. It is definitely a challenge, and it's a very rewarding challenge in the end. It's not like your typical sport where you train, and you go and you play a game for a couple of hours or whatever, right? Bodybuilding, you train by yourself for so many months, and then you're up there for minutes. So it's a very different sport. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I've answered some questions. Well, I hope I've definitely answered the main question, which is why I started competing. If you guys have any questions, please definitely feel free to comment below and ask me. I will answer them I will answer them honestly, and if I don't have the answers for you, I will definitely get them for you. Also, Christine or Vanessa can answer any of the questions for you. They're also Fourth Fitness girls. Like I said, comment below. If there's absolutely anything you want to know, let me know, and I will try to get those answers for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.